Welcome to my online channel. Today we shall be making sugar beets, kola nuts and garden eggs. First we shall be making our garden egg. So to this white fondant I added a tiny bit of yellow food color. It's so tiny. All I just wanted it to look like was like a cream in color, okay, because garden eggs are kind of creamy in color, they are not pure white. And then I added I added forest green to make the other green on the table. So I've just rubbed some shortening on my hands to make it easy for me to roll into a ball. Okay, I'm trying to make a ball because garden eggs are kind of ball like, just like making an egg. Alright, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, now will be a great time to do that. We are all about caking, cake decoration, fondant, wafer paper art. We just love caking. Don't forget to also press the notification bell so that you know when we post awesome videos like this. Thank you so much. So for the top of my garden egg where I'll be putting the stalk, I'm going to use a balling tool like I'm doing now to put a tiny hole. It's not too deep, it's just to make just a slight indentation. Now I'm just using this tool to create some marks around the garden eggs. You know, there are some kind of invisible marks on the garden egg that make it kind of like it's separated when it's actually not separated. So I'll still kind of go around my garden egg again to make those lines disappear a bit because they are not completely visual. Okay, so I'll just keep doing that and then see the way I'm doing the bottom. Okay, because it's not completely round, there's like a kind of hole in between, sorry, not in between, at the bottom of the garden egg, not a hole but it's slightly bent inwards. Now we are going to be making the stalk for the garden egg. I'm just rolling some green fondant on my palm just the way I am, and then I'm going to be pulling it out. Okay, I think this method is called Mexican cap. Yeah, that's what it's called. It's used to make some flowers, so we are using that same method now to make this stalk. So I will just keep dragging out the fondant, and then I'm going to be using the cutter on my table, which is a what is it called again? Sometimes the names of these tools just leave your mind. Okay, I'll remember as we keep going. I'm going to be using that cutter on the table to make the stalk of my garden egg. Alright, so the name of this cutter is called the Calyx. Okay, it is used to make calyx for flowers. So this is what I'm using. If you don't have it, I think you can still use a star cutter to make this stalk too. Okay, so I'm just going to be brushing some glue. You can put on water if you don't have glue, but my glue is actually a mixture of CMC and water. Now I'm going to be placing my stalk onto my garden egg, and I'm going to make sure that the stalk, the top, you know, that upper part is slim, not too fat. It should be slim and it should look lifelike. The kola nut is a very it's a very important part of the African culture. We can't do without it in our traditional marriages and traditional functions. So to get this color, I have mixed brown food color and rose pink. Okay, the rose pink should be the base, and then you just add a little brown to get this deep shade of burgundy. Yeah, I guess that's what it's called. So I'm trying to make it to look like a kola nut. Kola nuts are sometimes flat, a little bit oblong. Okay, they don't have a specific shape, and they always have some marks to separate them, the way I am doing, to show how many lobes you get when you break them. So this one that I'm making, I'm going to put just one mark, okay, across in the center this way. That means that when you break this kola nut, you are just going to get 2 lobes. Now I'm going to be using a food grade color marker is black, and I'm just going to be lining the place where I made the indentations. So now you can shape your kola nut into whatever shape you want, and then put some markings and then use your black food color to separate them, whatever way you like, but it just has to look lifelike. We are moving to our sugar beads. So I have here with me pink color, red, and then orange. Okay, so I'm just going to be making them into logs. So we are going to be doing something like marbling. Okay, so I'm trying to form some logs, and then we are going to be mixing them together, because the beads don't have one solid color. They always have one streak. Not one, they have streaks, as if there are a mixture of colors in the beads. So I am just going to be mixing them this way, just the way that I'm doing, and then rolling all of them together until they are combined to the color that I want. Okay, I am not kneading. All I'm doing is just rolling my fondant on the table just this way. So we are done getting our our bead color. So what I'm going to be doing now is cutting them into blocks, because these African beads are usually in blocks. So you can actually download whatever picture of bead you would like to make, and then this is the time that you get creative. What we need now is to cut them in blocks. Some people cut them in disc, some people cut them in whatever shape that you really want, really. And then the next thing we are going to be doing is that we are going to be using our thread and needle and sewing them together. So all I'm doing now is just making sure they are properly formed. So you can make them big or you can make them small, whatever way you choose. It all depends on you. You can also use a toothpick to texturize them. You can use a sponge, a hard sponge. You can use aluminium foil to texturize them. Whatever thing you want to create, it all depends on you. So it's time to start stringing them together. Make sure that you thread your needle and thread very long enough to take as many beads as you want. So you can make your sugar beads long, or you can make them short. You can put other colors in between. You can roll a ball of white and put in between. Like I said, it's all in your court. Decide what you want to create, but basically what you need to know is what I have just shown you in this video. So I'm now making a short one. I'll be showing you how I made another one. So a quick reminder, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, look below and press the subscribe button. Also give us a thumbs up if you like what you are watching, and you can drop your comments. We'll be happy to reply them. Also, we'll be happy if you share our content. There's joy in sharing. Thank you so much for always watching our videos. We are really grateful. Thank you so much.